Hi Virgo, welcome to your life after the retrograde forecast. Now, this is only for singles, okay? So I will be doing five different types of spreads using five different decks, of course. So it will be past, present issue, and future outcome. What do I need to learn? My greatest strength and weakness. How do I find love and my priorities right now? All right, let's take a look. This is your present issue, present obstacle, past issue, past obstacle. Ooh. And this is your, what do you call this? Your future outcome. And then your clarifications. All right, let's go first to your present issue. Now you're kind of looking for like a brand new beginnings. It's like you're trying to reflect and review and look back, to your past accomplishments, what you have done for the past few months or years, and you feel like, is this foundation enough? Or is it slowly crumbling down, or I'm running out of my resources? Now, the ground that you used to stand in, which used to be solid, is now slowly getting hollow. And you're starting to think, is this really the right place for me? Am I really looking for the right things in the right place? Or maybe that I'm just looking at the right things in the wrong place. So you're starting to think that maybe it's just time for me to reach a different horizon, or maybe it's time for me to go and create my own tracks to find my real calling and destiny. Now, this is your present obstacle, that there are some things that is already just within your reach. But the thing here is, there are some things that you're kind of limiting yourself. You're also afraid. There are a lot of what if like this, what if like that. There are a lot of hesitance. And it seems like there will be news that's going to be coming your way from another place, from another, whatever it is. And it seems like you don't know how to act on it. It's like you feel so uncertain whether it's really the right thing to do or not. Now, this is your past obstacle. Moving, relocating. It's like there's a part of you who really wants to move away and who really wants to move to a new location. But then the problem is money, your finances. As much as you want to move to a better place, to a better location, house, have a better job, have a different environment, if you're tired of seeing the dead trees and a little bit old-fashioned kind of a city, and the mentality of the people around you is kind of a little bit laid back, so you want to see something new. You want to experience a different vibrance and a different energy, different inspiration. But at the same time, there are some limitations that you can't seem to lift. Okay? Now, this is your future outcome, a big transition that's going to be coming your way. In some other context and in some other cards, the death card speaks of an ending. But then right after the ending, there comes a rebirth, the start of something new, a new cycle, new beginning, new story, new chapter. So death isn't always all about, the bad stuff, the bad endings, the sorrows and loneliness and stuff like that. Of course, in each and every new beginnings, in each and every place that we leave behind, people that we leave behind, there will always be sacrifices that you have to make. And that is a part of that transition. Now, In your clarifications, it seems like at this point, you feel the need of pulling away from your family and friends. Or it's like you're building some walls, building some borderlines, limitations. Even if even if it's like a half-mast wall, or it's like knee-high wall, okay? But you're already setting some boundaries from other people, friends and family, because you feel like they don't really understand you. Whatever it is that you want to do in your life, you don't feel any support at all. That you feel like at this point in this mission, you're alone. So, this is more likely like a sign for you to really push ahead, for you to really go ahead, and for you to really push for the things that you know that you really needed at this point. For you to go, move to a different place, different horizon, try something new, for you to make all those changes that you want to see in your life, and for you to also discover other potentials and other skills that you have, for you to discover the other side of yourself. All right? Now let's take a look. What do you need to learn? The first row will be what do you need to learn about love. The second row will be what do you need to learn about life. Third will be for your dreams and goals and ambitions, or your vacation. Looks like there are some dreams that are not really meant for you, but you have to reassess the situation. Anyway, what do you need to learn about love? There was once a younger fire sign in your life that you feel like this is your, this is the one that you really want to be with. This person was your world, your everything. But then suddenly, something just happened, and that the two of you have to leave behind. You were divided by your ambitions and by the things that you really wanted to do and have. That you thought, right after all those years that you've been together, you were one, you were strong. And this person did not really tell you the truth, that they're slowly getting weak. Their belief and faith in yourself, in your relationship, and into both of you are starting to wither. But they did not say anything until the time comes that they just decided to walk away without even saying anything, without even explaining. You were just in shock, and you were just, like, you just randomly questioned yourself, what did I do to make him or her go away or walk away from me? Because you tried to do everything that you can to make this relationship work and to make things work. But then, the thing that I feel like you need to learn about this whole thing is to learn how to let go of somebody that you love. When there is something that they want to pursue, give them the freedom that they need. Because, even when the birds, if you put them in a cage, they don't really live that long. And yes, they're always in front of you. You can always see them whenever you want to see them because they're in a cage, but they're not really happy. But set them free, they're gonna fly away. But little did you know that they're still gonna be coming back, because they know how to owe gratitude or they know how to look back and they know how to appreciate those people who's not killing them in order for them to be cared of. Also, the same goes thing to your partners, to your love, or to your spouse, if you have a future spouse. If there is somebody that they feel like there's something missing in the relationship, set them free. Let them go back at their own time and pace. That if the two of you are not really meant to be together, what's important is that you have led this person into their destiny, into their mission, into their life. And you were not really selfish. Okay? You have loved unconditionally and you have given everything. And of course, it feels so bad that right after investing and wasting money and everything with that person, they're just going to go away and take off with someone else. But the thing here is, if you do some unconditional loving and unconditional caring for somebody else, even if they're not really meant for you, at least that there is something that you have learned about yourself. And the universe will be rewarding you with good karma. This is actually hard to digest and to accept. Because most of the people, when they love, or when they call it love, they feel like, I'm going to invest my time with you. I'm going to spend money on you. I'll be giving you all the gift. I'll be clothing you. Everything that you need, I'm going to give it to you. But you have to stay here with me. So that is like an obligation. Okay? Most of the people, the reason why they fail in a relationship is because they treat the relationship as an employment. Okay? I'm going to give you everything that you need. I'm going to give you the money. But you stay here. You're tied up with me. Okay? To the extent that sometimes, I'm not saying that all, but sometimes the people that's with us, even if they love us, and we get used to their understanding, their patience, and it's like, yeah, I do understand where you're coming from. I know you have this kind of fears and stuff like that, and then we get used to that, and then little by little, we don't know that we're already suffocating them, we're already strangling them, and they cannot really breathe anymore. And sometimes they also lose their own personality. They lose their own, personality and their own self. And then there goes the blame and bitterness. Okay? When you're in a relationship, don't hold them back. Give them the freedom. Give them the benefit of the doubt. If they cheat, that's already their problem. Okay? It's not your loss. And if they cheat, they will only be, showing their real colors that you don't really deserve them. So what if you spend a lot of money on them? You can gain that back. Okay? Money comes and goes. Material things, you can buy them, you can sell them, you can, get it back. But a trust and a genuine person, you can only see that once in every 10 years. Or once in your life. Okay? So, at this point, too much possessiveness and too much ownership, in a relationship doesn't really work. Sometimes they feel so suffocated with the expectations, with the dreams and responsibilities. And yes, there's nothing wrong if you'll be dreaming like, okay, let's get married, and then when we get married, we'll buy a house, we'll have this so and so kids, we'll live here, we'll have this so and so, like materials and possessions and assets and whatever. It's all relationships starts to a maximum of 3 or 4 years. It will be sweet. Okay, full of love, full of happiness, full of adjustments and stuff like that. But when we get used to that conformity and comfortability, you don't know that the other person is slowly dying. Okay, so give and take. Now, and also communications. Okay, it just so happens that the person that you fell in love with in the past, by the way, loves a lot of changes. And when they feel like everything seems so perfect and calm, they will be seeing, or they will be making some changes, even if it's not really necessary. They're going to be creating some dramas. Okay? You cannot control other people, but you can only control yourself. And that is how you can control other people, through your reaction and through the, chain reaction, sorry. Okay? Now, what do you need to learn about life? Learn to be a little bit more patient when there is something that you wanted to happen and that you needed to do. And also learn how to care for yourself. Love yourself. Learn from the past mistakes. And it seems like you just need to have some more faith in life. Whenever that there is something like a disastrous thing or like a failure that you have incurred, do not curse life. Because it's part of our growth. It's part of who we are. It's part of our lessons to learn, for us to be a better person in the future. Okay? Now, what do you need to learn about your dreams and targets and goals? Now, there are some things that you've been dreaming, but it's not yet the right time for you to have it right now. And you have high ambition. Like the number one thing for you and your number one priority is financial security. But the thing here is there are some dreams and aspirations and goals that you have right now that is not meant for you to have, or it's not yet time for you to have. So you need to change your life course, you need to change your path, and you need to, do a little bit of a detour. Okay? So when there is something that doesn't really happen in your life, do not just scare away. Okay? Now, if you can actually see in this card that this person is the one who owns all these cups, that right after him putting and standing all these cups, he just left. He just left without even knowing what's going to happen, or if someone will be stealing their cups. They just walk away because they feel like something is missing. The cups are empty. Okay? Now, upon you leaving your dreams and upon you walking away to some things that you want, there is somebody who will be giving you the answer. And there is someone who will be filling up your cup. Because it seems like they know the answer and they know where can you find the resources to fill it up. You just need to look back and reassess the situation. Sometimes in life there are some people who wants to help you, but you don't really identify their what do you call this? Their use, okay, or their purpose in your life, because you're too busy focusing on what you have lost. But right now you just need to learn how to focus on what's still standing. All right? And sometimes you invest into something, and then when you feel like, it's just a waste of time, and then you will just waste it. Okay, you'll just leave behind. You look for another thing. So, at this point, you need to reassess the situation if it's really practical for you to have it right now, or could be that you just need to reassess the situation and, reorganize everything, restructure. Okay? Because maybe that there is something that you're kind of missing. Maybe there's a spot that you did not notice. Take a few steps back, look into the bigger picture. All right? Now, let's take a look at your greatest strength and weakness. Vision board, success, divine guidance, listen only to love. Well, that's what you need to develop. This is your current weakness. Okay. This is your current strength, how you can utilize it. Where will it lead you? The things that you need to develop. This is your current weakness. How will it help you to overcome your weakness? And your direction. Okay, this is your current strength. Like what I said, that you're more concerned about your financial security. Securities in life, securities for your family, for the people that you're responsible of, or for the people that you really want to provide for. And you, Virgo, always look for somebody that you can help, somebody that you can inspire, or somebody that you can lift up. You feel so good when you're being needed, and you feel so good when you can help somebody. But sometimes when you help someone, you want them to, look that as a gratitude, or take that as a gratitude. If you actually know the story of the Good Samaritan, okay, and the what do you call this? That story in the Bible where Jesus actually helped all those lepers, and then only one came back. Okay, so when you help, just help. Okay, don't expect that people will be repaying you for your goodwill. There's one in each and every 100 people that you will be helping, and that is already good enough. Okay? Now, the vision board. You need to create your own inspiration. You don't really have to find love if you're not yet ready. You need to create, like, what is it that you really want to achieve 5, 10, 15 years from now? Is it only cars, big houses with pools? Is it like traveling abroad, traveling all over the world, owning up your own charter, and owning up several luxury cars? Having like large amount of money in the bank? Or do you really value real happiness, even if it's just an average life or just a simple life? You have to set your own vision board, and you have to set your own inspiration, wall of inspiration. Okay? Now, how can you utilize it? Your success will lead you to the things that you really need. But along the way, it will also be changing your simple dreams to bigger ones. Okay? You will continue to, reach the top nonstop. But you also need to remove some of those emotional baggages that you're still carrying. Okay? And it will lead you to a better success, not just financially, but also personally and spiritually. Now, where will it lead you? Divine guidance. You will be realizing that you're really guided, you're protected, you're loved by the universe, okay, and by life. Now, the ideas you're receiving or haven't sent answers to your prayers. So, there are some things that you feel like you've been wanting that since you were younger, or since you were, like a very young child. And then now, as you will look back, you will be realizing that, one of my dreams were answered, or most of my dreams have already come true. And this is the time that you will realize that, oh my God, I'm guided. My spirit guides are really looking after me, or my guardian angels or my ancestors are really looking after me. So the divine guidance has always been there with you. You just need to call them out every once in a while, or could be every other night. Just thank them for protecting you, for listening to your woes and frustrations, and drunken nights. So you just need to be a little bit more, in touch with your spiritual side. Now, what is it that you really need to develop? Listen only to love. Don't allow fear to distract you from your divine mission. This is not all about romantic love. Okay? Love for your family, love for your friends, love for yourself, love for your job. Okay? Listen only to love. Like what I said, you have a very long journey to trek, but you need to unleash all those unwanted baggages, anguish, pain, agony, bitterness, and stuff like that. You don't really need them. You know, it's better to travel light, that you only have one small backpack enough for you to survive, and along the way that you can just pick fruits and get some water on the way. All right. Now, when there are some things that's been hurting you, give it to, you know, leave it all up to karma and the universe. They know how to handle it. And also, this is the thing. Sometimes you let karma handle its own course, but you are like waiting. When will he get some karma? When will he, like, why is it that I'm struggling? Why is it that I feel so lonely and sad and depressed and like this and that? Why is it that he's still happy? When is he going to get his karma? You don't have to wait for someone else's karma. It will happen at its own time. Sometimes karma banks its, whatever deed that they've been doing, good or bad. And then when it's really full, it's all of their quota, then they're going to act on it. Okay? We all have our own time. And the more you wait for someone else's karma, the more it's not going to happen. You need to start focusing on your own, start focusing on your own journey. All right? Now, this is your greatest weakness. You're not really taking care of yourself. All those past pain, all those, even your medical stuff, your medical illness, your medical problems, health problems, you're not really taking care of yourself. Because you keep on working and working and working and working, and you feel like, oh, like I'm strong. I'm strong as a bull. I'm not going to get sick. But the thing here is you're not made of steel. You're not Superman. Okay? You need to detox, and you need to release all those emotional toxins, health toxins, physical toxins, mental toxins, whatever it is. Through meditation and literal detox, for you to feel better, for you to feel good, and for you to feel light. And there's nothing wrong in pampering yourself at least once a week, or twice a month. Now, what will help you to overcome it? Creative expression. You have your own weakness, but you can also resolve your own problems by being creative. And also being funny at the same time. Okay? So, I feel like at this point, God's divine creativity is expressed through your actions. Okay? You're a very creative person, and you know how to get out of something through your own ways. Okay? You're very independent, so you know what to do. Like what I said, just call out for your angels, your guides, and your ancestors, and they will be helping you, even if you don't see them or even if you don't feel them. Good if you can feel them, or if you can feel their presence. You know how to feel, or let's say for example, okay, light up a candle, white, yellow, as long as it's not really dark. Okay, light or yellow is good, or purple if you want to talk to your angel guides. Now, when you talk, let's look intently at the fire of the candle. Please make sure that you will be taking precautions, okay, when lighting a candle, because it could just, create a fire inside your house. So be very careful. Now, when you do this, ask a question carefully and look how the fire of the candle will be swinging or dancing or, whatever it is. And then you will be getting your answer. It means that your angel guides or your spirit guides are listening to you and they are present. Okay? Now, this is the card of your new direction, Mother Mary. The Blessed Mother is helping you with your divine life purpose. And speaking of spirit guides, you are being watched by somebody who's really, really divine. Okay, like Mother Mary. So, when you ask for some guidance, some of you, regardless of your religion, okay? I'm not really one to talk about religion and stuff like that, But regardless of your religion, whoever you believe and whoever you pray, I feel like it's time for you to get more in touch with your spirituality and faith, for you to have some guidance, and for you to release from your emotional baggages and emotional bitterness. And you will feel better. All right? So let's take a look. How do you find love? Somebody from the past. It caused you a lot of great pain. Someone who's such a liar. Actually, this is not really called finding love. It's called finding like a pain in the ass, okay? Or like a migraine. For someone who had caused you a lot of toxicity in the past, and it's a fire sign, by the way. For someone who had caused you a lot of toxicity in the past, a lot of grievance, pain, and anguish, it's not love, alright? And don't be a hero of other people. Let them do and dwell in their own karma and their own problems, okay? Sometimes we mistaken love as, like saving someone, or by providing them the love that they need. Maybe they'd realize your worth. But actually, one thing that I have learned is that do not come across or do not cut across someone else's karma. It is there for a reason, and that reason is for them to discover, and that karma is for them to, to deal with, whether they could take themselves out or not. Okay, that is already their problem. But do not cut across someone else's karma and carry it for them. All right? Now, there is somebody from the past who will be coming back into your life, or who will be getting in touch with you within a month or a week from now. But you know that this person will only be causing you another emotional blackmail and emotional grievance, and this person will only be lying to you. With the Seven of Swords and the Moon came out, that this person will tell you, you're the one that I really love, I want to marry you, let's get married, I want to have a family, let's create our children and stuff like that, let's buy a house and stuff like that. These dreams that they're going to be speaking of, try to see if they can really buy their own house, or try to see if they can be responsible for you and cover up for the entire family. Now, if they are jobless, or if they don't have any other means, then take a few steps back. Okay? Now, finances will be an issue if you will be, taking this person back. And it seems like this is a fire sign. Either this is older or younger. Okay? Now, right now, you're okay. You're doing okay emotionally, financially, physically, mentally. But if you'll be letting this person get into your life again and be a part of your life again, then there will be another disturbance that, they will be creating. And this is just another karmic connection. All right? You need to protect your you need to protect your defenses. You need to guard down yourself. Okay? There will be a brand new beginnings for the two of you, because you still believe and that this person is really meant for you, or the two of you are really going to be together. But then this is just another karmic connection. All right? Try to look deeper with this person's intention, if they really mean whatever it is that they are saying. I don't feel like this is your soulmate, but I feel like there's just one unfinished business that the two of you have to deal with. Let's take a look at your priorities right now. feeling a little bit problematic. Virgo, you are really going for a change. This is all about moving, even though you don't. One more thing. It has something to do with the first spread that I did. Okay? Moving to a new house, relocating, but there is a sacrifice, or there's like something that will be hurting you, or you're going through some breakups, or you're, like moving out, and some of you are going through a divorce, or something like that. Or some of you have been like really been single for like a long period of time, and you're making some changes to yourself, into your life. All right. This is your current priority right now. You really want to change. Some of you will also be selling your house, your place, your properties, and it seems like you have sentimental value for this, but then there's nothing that you can do. A change is a change, and it is really inevitable, and it is a necessity for now. Now, the thing that's been blocking you is like there are some things that you're supposed to be telling to other people, okay? But instead, you're venting out online, or you're venting out to other people, or you're venting out to some people who's not really giving you some healthy advices. Okay, there are some people around you that you can rely on, but you don't really like their opinion. You don't really like their advice. And then it seems like for you, you're still looking for some other people's opinions that you really like. That really feels so good, that it really, or that, feels, or sounds good, for you. But then the problem is, don't be so stubborn. Okay, you need to accept the situation, and you need to be a little bit more prepared for what's going to come, instead of holding on to something that is kind of unavoidable at the moment. Okay? Now, the things that you actually need to accept is that when the wheel of life changes and turns, it's not really for worse. Like what I said, whatever goes up, it goes down, vice versa. And right now, I feel like you are in a down position, that this will surely go up. You don't know what's coming up ahead of you. This is the reason why you're so worried and anxious. But then with the new place, and with the new thing that you will be in, this will be giving you a much better place, a much better environment, friendlier people, more professional colleagues, and bosses. You don't really have to worry about the future. Whatever that lays ahead of you is really, really good. You just need to have some faith. Okay? Now, these are your other priorities. You're not really taking actions into things that you're supposed to be doing. And you believe more in miracle, or you believe more in magic, instead of being a little bit more practical, because the time is ticking. Okay? It's time for you to be a little bit more realistic with the things that you really need to do, and to have, and to finish. And expecting a miracle, coming from heaven, is not really going to help you at all at this point. It's time for you to take an action. You're smart. You know what to do. It's just that you're feeling a little bit depressed because you are trying to fight off the changes that's been coming your way and coming into your life. It's time for you to embrace the universe and the change that you were wishing, desiring, and wants to see. And I feel like the new love, not the person from the past, there's a new love that will also be coming your way. Stop fighting the changes. It's time for you to embrace the things that you really need to face and confront. Okay? So your main priority right now, okay, don't fight the changes. Keep on rolling, keep on moving, accept whatever that is already being offered to you, instead of looking back into what you've had. Okay? Because that is already in the past. It's time for you to face the future. It's time for you to face the new you, which is, I don't feel like it's bad. It's all for the better, and there is a very big positive change that will be coming your way, and you'll be very surprised. Like what I said, you will be realizing how blessed, guided, and protected you are. All right? Anyway, that's it for you for this retrograde, Virgo. And if you want to talk to me live on the phone or live in the calls, just go and visit me at my website at sophiaangel.net. Blessings to you.